Hi, I'm Miss Heeren. Let's get started. This video is for those of you who may need a little bit of a refresher in solving linear equations. Here are some examples of linear equations. Linear equations have the characteristic that the variable you're looking for appears to the power of 1, although that power is not usually written. And the way that we solve a linear equation is to do what's called isolating the variable. So let's look at part A. We have negative 4x minus 14 equals 10. To get the x by itself, the first thing we're going to do is to move the term negative 14 over to the other side. Terms, by the way, are just things that are separated by a plus or a minus. How can we move the negative 14? Well, because of the power of equality, which tells us that both sides have the same value, we can perform operations on the equation as long as we perform the same operation on each side. For example, here, to move that negative 14, I'm going to add 14 to both sides. This has the effect of essentially canceling out the negative 14, because negative 14 plus 14 is 0. We could write negative 4x plus 0, but it's not necessary since adding 0 to a number doesn't change it. So we just write negative 4x, and then on the right we have 10 plus 14 is 24. This is a new equation which is still true, it's still balanced. Next, we want to move the negative 4. Now, a lot of times my students start to add 4 because they say, hey, to move the negative 14, we added 14. The difference is that that 14 was being subtracted. The operation was subtraction and the opposite operation was addition. This negative 4 is being multiplied times x, even though it doesn't actually say negative 4 times x. Whenever a number is written out front of a variable, it's being multiplied. So in order to get the x by itself, we have to divide both sides of the equation, both sides of the equal sign, by negative 4. Negative 4 divided by negative 4 is actually a 1, leaving 1x. 24 divided by negative 4 is negative 6. Now we don't usually write 1x because 1 times anything is just that number. So we're just going to leave that as x equals negative 6. And we're done. We've isolated the variable. Our solution is the number negative 6. That's the number that we could plug in for x and make the original equation true. For part B, we have 21 equals 3w minus 12 plus 5w. This one's a little more complicated just because we have two terms that have the variable we're looking for in them. And so what we're going to do is we're going to combine these terms. 3w's plus 5w's equals 8w's. So we're going to write 8w minus 12. And then we're going to proceed the same way we did in part A. We're going to get that w by itself, first by moving whatever's being added or subtracted, and then by dividing by its, what we call its coefficient, the 8. So since 12 is being subtracted, I'm going to do the opposite. I'm going to add 12 to both sides. This is going to give us 33 on the left equals, and then we have 8w on the right. Next, remembering that that w is being multiplied by that 8, we're going to reverse that operation. We're going to divide both sides by 8. This is going to give us w equals 33 over 8. Now, usually in algebra and its applications, we like to leave improper fractions. We would reduce to lowest terms, but 33/8 can't be reduced any further. If you wanted the decimal approximation, you could divide 33 divided by 8 on your calculator, and you would get 4.125. But it depends on the application and what you're trying to do with it. All right, last item, part C. We have 3 times x minus 5 plus 4 times x plus 20 plus 10 equals 180. This is a bit more complicated even than part B because of the parentheses that we see here. So remember, parentheses indicate that this operation has to be performed first. So x5 would have to be subtracted from x, and 20 would have to be added to x before we could perform the other operation. So that's a problem because x and -5 are not like terms. They can't be combined. But we have a way around that. If you recall, there's something called the distributive property. And what that tells us is that we can distribute any number that's being multiplied times the parentheses through to each term. So 3 times x is 3x, 3 times -5 is -15. Similarly, we can distribute this 4 through the parentheses, and we have 4 times x is 4x, 4 times 20 is 80. And then I'm going to copy the rest down. So do any distributing first. Then we're going to combine like terms like we did in the previous problem. So 3x and 4x are like terms. If you have 3 x's and then add 4 more x's, you get 7 x's altogether. -15, +80, and 10 are also like terms. So we're going to get, let's see, -15 and 80 is going to be 65 plus 10 is going to be +75 equals 180, copying the rest down. There's nothing to simplify on the right yet, so we just keep copying it down. Okay, now this equation is a two-step equation like part A was. All we have to do is to subtract 75 from both sides, giving us 7x plus 0, but we don't write that part, equals 105. And then remember that 7's being multiplied by the x, so we do the opposite. We divide by that 7 to get x by itself. And we'll get x equals, and 7 goes into 105 15 times. So x is equal to 15 is the solution to this linear equation. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. That helps other students to find the video.